What's up, guys? Welcome to another Q&A Saturday on Sunday, Easter Sunday, if any of you are interested in that. I know I've been all over the place and still have a lot of stuff to do today, or at least try to do. I've still got family stuff to do, so we'll see what happens, but this is the only moment I got a chance to record, so I'm going to take it. So let's get started. First up, B Games asks, so if you're a blue shirt, means I work at Best Buy, can I get a discount? No. Alright, Vivian S.Y. Chu, who actually put how to pronounce it at the top, asks, if you could have a crossover between any two series, which ones would it be, and what character interactions would you look forward to? It's actually a really good question. I would love to, actually one of the ones I'd love to cross over would be, as odd as it would seem, would be Sword Art Online and Psycho Pass. The only reason being is because I'd be really interested to see how those two, not so much character interactions, but how those universes would mix. You know, like the virtual game world where people can escape, but then on the same hand, you know, they're being judged by Sybil. That would be really interesting to see. So I think some sort of crossover between SAO and Psycho Pass would be something that could be quite entertaining. Temi Bowie asks, hey, so I wanted to ask a few things. Okay, we'll go from there. Do you have a name for your fan base? I do not. I just say, what's up, guys? I don't actually have a name. Subscribers is about all I really ever refer to my following as. It's still weird to me that I have a following, considering this whole thing started by me just doing something on a whim and it kind of blew up. So yeah, I'm probably one of the least prepared, least like official YouTubers around, because it's one of those just like, yeah, I do this. Okay, cool. Do you have a name for anybody? No. Do you have this set up? No. I'm very bad at this stuff. Also, did you go to college? Yes, I did. Didn't finish though. If so, what did you / are you a major in? Thank you. I was actually majoring in digital media design and television studio management, but I don't know. I learned more like outside of school than I did in school, and that's not to say that it's going to be that way for everybody. It's just, for me, I felt very unchallenged by a lot of the stuff that I was being taught, so I kind of just stopped and focused on working full-time at Best Buy to pay for doing what I want to do on my YouTube channel until I can actually support myself with my YouTube channel. So yeah, that's a thing. Before I go any further, I was reading through a lot of these comments, and a lot of them are, please watch this, will you watch this, will you watch this? That is not what this is for. This is not a will you answer this, or will you watch this. This is a, you know, ask a question about me, ask a question about, you know, how I feel about shows I am watching, or about anime, not about the anime I'll be watching soon. Don't, like, I take requests under every video that I watch, or every video that I make. This is not for that. If I see those, I'm not going to answer them. I basically am only going to answer questions about the shows and about me and things like that. So all these, will you react to this, will you react to that, I'm not going to be answering those questions. I say that every time, but we'll see how well it sticks. Just like this one, actually. Hannah Rosasco, if I butchered that, I apologize, asks, do you prefer the books or the film of Lord of the Rings, and what is your favorite part out of the trilogy? God, that's really good, because the films were done really well. The films were done really well, but there was a lot of stuff they left out. Like, there were a lot of points where I'm like, oh, they're here already, and they missed, you know, X, Y, and Z parts of the book, and in some cases an entire chapter that, you know, built character and gave you some descriptions that were more or less unnecessary in the film, but made sense in the book. As for what is my favorite part in the trilogy, man, if I had to pick I really don't have a specifically favorite part. I mean, my favorite of the entire, if you count The Hobbit, I love the entire Hobbit book. But from the trilogy, I don't know. I really don't. Probably Gandalf's Return. I don't know why, but I just remember that sticking with me a lot more in the book. In the movie, it was cool, but it was not quite as impacted. Like, it didn't quite make the same impact on me as it did in the book. I really loved it from the book, but I say, in general, I would prefer the movie just because it's easier to consume, but the books definitely had a lot more, and then Gandalf's Return as the White. Crasher King 8051 asks, what villain/bad guy anime character do you like the most? Makishima. Hands down one of the best, if not the best bad guy in any show I've watched so far, both on my channel and personally that I've just watched without putting it on my channel. He is by far my favorite. I don't think any anime character will ever top him in terms of his charisma, his confidence, his just the way he was. So yeah, definitely Makishima. Alrighty, from Connor T, he asks, what camera do you use? I was thinking of starting live reactions. So actually I use two cameras, one for my update videos and one for my live reactions. The live reactions one is significantly less impressive and less powerful than my other video when I'm checking something here. So this one literally just labels itself as Logitech camera on my computer. Don't know why. It's this guy here. It's this. This is what I use for my live reactions. Nothing super fancy. I don't think does it even have a name on it? It doesn't even have its own name on it. Lame. I'm gonna have to fix this back up now. But anyway, it'll just hang there on my screen for the moment. And then this one, the one that I'm actually using, is an HD Pro webcam C920, and I'm actually thinking about upgrading it. There's a new one that films in 4K, which I think would be really cool. So yeah, that's the one that I use for these videos, and then the one I showed you was the one I used for live reactions, which is now hanging in the middle of my monitor, swinging by the cable. Also, when it comes to starting a live reaction, it really doesn't matter what I use. Here's the thing. My rig, the Monolith, this really is overkill for what you do. I legitimately just started with a laptop when I was doing this originally, and I used my laptop's webcam. Didn't look very good, wasn't very pretty, but it got the job done. And really, start out with what you know. Get something that you're familiar with. If you have a computer that just has a built-in webcam, just start. Don't think you've got to build this whole big thing up and, you know, make yourself this awesome, big, powerful rig. Just make something. Not physically, just make something content-wise and start there. And then as you progress, you'll be able to get more and more stuff. Like, I'm upgrading my computer soon. Why? Not because I need it, not because it's necessary, but because I want to. You don't really need the same overkill stuff that I have. So just, you know, start. All right, Potop880 asks, are you an animal person? Oh yeah, are you an animal person? Yes, I am. So, and then he says, keep up the cool videos. Thank you, I will. But yeah, I am an animal person, sort of. We have a cat who licks bald patches on her butt for some reason. I think she's stressed. And then we have a dog who is super energetic and has actually kicked my door in on a few videos and kind of made her way in. So yeah, I'm an animal person, though my animals don't really behave. All right, not even going to try to pronounce this last name. Andrews asks, what was the first anime that you have watched? Wait, what was the first anime that you have watched? What was the first anime I watched? I'm assuming not on my channel is what you're talking about, and I was watching stuff like Gundam and Dragon Ball Z way back when I was a kid. I think Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball, one of the two, was like the first anime show that I ever watched. But I'm glad you asked, and what shows got you into anime? Because that's the important one. Like, I could have seen anime forever ago and not even known what it was when I was, you know, a kid in the 90s. So that is a very good point, or that's a very good thing that you asked that question of what show got you into anime. And the show that got me into anime was Soul Eater. That was the show that got me like right back into anime, had me really enjoying it, because it was like, it had a very kind of, it gave me that feeling like I was watching it as a kid again, and I really liked that. So yeah, that was the one. Prince Alexandre asks, will you bring your cousin in to the mix reacting, into the mix of reacting? Or is she, that's my, you're referring to my sister if you're talking about the live stream. Yeah, you are, okay. I should pre-read these since I pre-roll them when I put them up. Anyway, but it says, I hope she joins you. It would be extra fun. I love the Skyrim live stream. Thank you. I'm glad you were there for that. She made me laugh a ton. You did too, don't worry. No, we did that live stream, and then she's kind of not into having her face on the internet, even though the live stream is still on the internet. I don't know what changed. I had a lot of fun, and she had a lot of fun too, but she just doesn't want to do it anymore. So unless I can talk her into doing it again, it's unfortunately probably not going to happen. Alrighty, and Shakira Johnson asks a question that says, what happened to your Snow White with red hair reactions? Did you get rid of them, or am I just dumb? LMA. Oh, no, you're not dumb. Well, no, I didn't get rid of them on purpose, and no, you're not dumb. Those were those were the shows that got my channel struck the way they did. Dragon Ball Super got my channel struck, but it didn't take the channel down. Then somebody came in and claimed Snow White with red hair, but I'm glad you asked about it because I am reposting them this evening to Google Drive, and I'm putting relink videos for Season 1 and 2, up on my channel probably after this. So yeah, they're gone from YouTube, but I'm putting them up soon, so keep an eye out. And with that, we will end the Q&A Saturday, not because I want to, technically, but because every other question from there on up is simply, will you watch this show? Will you watch this? Will you watch that? So keep in mind for next time that I will not be answering those questions. Just ask stuff about shows, ask stuff about my experience with the shows, but please, please, this is not for asking me when I'm going to watch another show. That's not what these are for, so just keep that in mind. And with that said, guys, thank you very much for another Q&A Saturday, even though this one is on Sunday. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next episode. Make sure to like and subscribe, check out Twitter and everything, and I will see you then. Make sure to be there and have a good one.